Hi. Hello. Hi, hi. There's like a major event happening, right? There's a solar eclipse. So for us, it's over, but I don't know. There's like solar eclipse stuff everywhere. In any case, we're gonna go on with our program. I don't have a solar eclipse shirt, so this shirt is like the closest thing I have, but it's a moon. It's the newest, latest Disneyland merch, but I don't know. It just kind of I thought it kind of had like the vibe. I don't know. I don't have anything. I don't have anything solar eclipse related. So I couldn't dress up. But I'm thinking this is kind of similar. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for being here. Hello. Hi, hi. Hi, Lena. Lena, I don't have a solar eclipse shirt, so I got a moon shirt instead. It's a moon shirt. It's the latest merch from Disneyland. But yeah. Happy Wednesday, yeah. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, today's gonna be request day. Ooh, I forgot to bring all our friends out. Hold on. Just a second. Let me bring all my friends out. Alright, you wanna go here? Okay, you go there. And go here. Pikachu. He's not gonna eat you. Anybody eat fish yesterday? Oh, he was looking at you. And here are Urukucha-chan. I guess that's a rooster, right? It's not a chicken, right? But we just call it chicken. Rooster. Looking at an egg. Oh. Yeah, look. He looks shocked. Oh my gosh. Oh, we have everything. So, I just need to get a cow. And some more veggies. And some cupcakes, I guess. But yeah, if you know, I have. Then when you press on it, Piglet jumps out. So I think the chicken's kind of shocked. How can a piglet jump out of an egg? Anyway, I'm just gonna go in. Hello. What's this? Oh, who's this? Pragma Society. Hello. Pragma Society. Hello. I practice. Rachmaninoff. I guess I could start with that. I mean, I think that's a very appropriate solar eclipse music. Okay, let's try. Just a second. Just a second. Let me see if my battery is okay. Oh no. Oh. Okay. Yikes. Okay. So, charging my battery. In the meantime, I'll play Claire de Lune. Hello. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was cloudy, but yeah. Wish it was a little less cloudy. Yeah. Okay. Just a second. Okay. Just a second. 1 second. Sorry. I have to make sure. Okay, sorry about that. Ooh. Once I have the device a little bit more charged, I'll play the Opus 3 number 1 by Rachmaninoff as requested by our member Pragma Solidity. Yes. Christine, good job. Oh, thank you. You know, right now, is that 809 RR? Right now is a really bad time to send anybody to the moon because the moon's kind of close to the sun. And if you know anything about the sun, it burns. So, nobody's going to the moon today because I'm nice like that. Thank you. Like, subscribe. We're going to play this one more time while my device is charging. After my device charges, we'll play Rachmaninoff Opus 3 number 1. And then we'll proceed on with Yvonne's requests and everybody else's requests as well. I won't be warming up today. I'll be filling the entire time with requests today. No warm up. Just one last Tuesday. Ooh. Really? Congratulations. Yeah. Sanchez, hug. You miss me? Me too. Hey. Great. Thanks. You just subbed. Thank you so much. All right. Exactly, Christine. So happy. Oh, you know? Cool, cool. Lena, can I ask you a question? Did it glitch or lag at all? Or are we good? Just wanted to know. Christine played Claire the Loon. So nice. Thank you. Thank you, Lena. No glitching or lagging, right? It was a bit laggy, not too bad. Ooh. Okay, well then. Actually, let's do it again. How about this? I'll get this device off the track. Okay. Hello everyone. Hi. Like, subscribe, your membership. Hi. We're kind of all celebrating solar eclipse, but then it's the moon that's doing it. So we're just kind of celebrating the moon because just kind of nice that way. I'm gonna unblock my iPad. Yeah, because it's the moon that's doing the work, not the sun. The sun is the sun, right? So kind of like only the moon is doing its work. So we're gonna celebrate the moon, everybody. Thank you. Oh, and I don't have to do this one. 24 hours, pause. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Let's see how much it's charged. I'll play it one more time since it lagged. $23%. Yes. We're celebrating the moon, yes. finish. Actually, just a second. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna be doing our requests today. Instead of tomorrow. Tomorrow there's no live stream. So yeah. And I'm wearing my moon shirt, the only moon shirt I have, because we're celebrating the moon today. It's a solar eclipse, but it's the moon that's doing all the work. So we're actually celebrating the moon. The moon, everyone. I think we could do this. 35%. Just a second. Does it have like a restore? Dude. Okay. With fingering and pedals. Ooh. Okay. Moderato. What's this? 6. Everything but the F. Z F. Okay. many pages is this? Wow. Oh my gosh. That is not an easy sight read. There's 6 flats. You have to flat, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, and C flat. Everything but ZF. But it's not like he doesn't change things in the middle of the piece. I think if I like the piece, I would kind of try to do that again. But I don't know. Does hold on. I'll try this. Oh, am I getting full signal? Cool. Rock. On and off. A, B, C. Rock. On and off. Opus 3. Number. Okay. Oh, here it is. With fingerings and pedals. Who marked the pedals? Oh, there's like a. It's funny. Okay, ooh, the original. Super cool. Super duper cool. Moscow. Oh, this is Doozy and Hawk. Okay, they sell it. I have the Doozy and Hawk. Okay. Okay. That's not it. That's Opus 3. Well, that's a nice score. But it's the wrong one. Dude, that's the wrong one. Okay. Let's see. Complete preludes and etudes. What am I doing wrong? All right. 29 pages. Okay, well, that was that. Yeah. Hello. Hi. What's today's theme? It's the solar eclipse, but we're celebrating the moon. Because the moon's actually doing the work. You know, it's not really a solar event. Because the moon's doing the work. Go moon. Shut. See, the moon's been circling around. And then said, oh, the summer's too hot for you. I'll save you all. And then jumped in front of us, in between the sun and us, so that we could be a little cooler. But we're already cool. You see? Let's see. This is much better. Oh, I never trust me score. Let's see. No way she started reading this. Yes way, that just happened. Per request. That's what you wanted, right? You wanted me to sight read it? Yeah, I sight read it. So you are familiar with the score. You know there's 6 flats plus a ton of accidentals. So you know. Okay, I'm glad you know. Yeah. I love hearing you play songs on the piano. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, I sight read Rachmaninoff, Opus 3, numero 1. Today is request day, absolutely. But just hold on a second for the request because I need to play like I think it's 4 requests for my dearest Evelyn, and then I will get to everyone. No need to worry. I'll try to get to everybody. Try. If not, then I'll remember. I actually have a Winter Wind. I'm supposed to play Winter Wind. Well, I don't have to, but just a second. Oh, here it is. Okay. Library. This one. Sent. Great. And then I go back. Okay, cool. Christine's sight read. Yeah, happy. Musical beauty for my ears. Oh yeah, great. Well, let me go ahead and play some lovely songs. Oh no, wait, there's 5. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Let me make sure. Yeah, there's a 1. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just okay. Okay. Yeah. Done. Oh. My battery is dying. Kalmanov. Oh, found it. Like literally, like there's 1. Like literally. Okay, great. Let's go. Into? Okay. nice arrangement. Okay, that was, what is it? That was Just Say I Love Her. Sure. Okay, and then Everyone Says I Love You. Ooh, I see the pattern. Hold on. Harry Ruby. I bet okay. I see a name. He must have been teased a lot as a kid. There's a composer named Harry. His last name is Ruby. As a kid, kids tease each other a lot for like no reason. Yeah, I bet you. Hold on, just Everyone Says I Love. Okay. Yeah, I bet you Harry Ruby got teased a lot as a kid. Everybody. Just a second. Everyone. Everyone. No way. They said, hold on. Everyone. No. This one. Couldn't find it. Arrivederci rumor. Oh, cool. Arrivederci. So sad. Okay, hold on. Arrivederci rumor. Okay. Moderately. It's so charming. Oh, it's so charming. City of a million moonlit places. City of a million. This is very, very pleasant. I like this song. Very nice. Al di la. Okay, Al di la. Yeah. Nice. Official, intermediate, Hal Leonard, thanks. Thanks so much. Ray Charles. Okay. Hello everyone. Hi. Let me check up on the Good job, Christy. Thank you. The Blue Danube. Oh, you know, send me that. Yeah, sure. Anderssonen, okay. Okay, cool. Alright. Can you please, señorita? Let's see about that. Just a second. After this, I'm gonna have to use my request Chopin cello and pianist. You can sing the cello part. You know, there's a similarity. Tell me what he recycled with Chopin cello sonata. He recycled another piece. Good job, Christine. Thank you. Hold on. All the la. Slowly. Okay. Lovely piece. There was only 3 available, so I'm gonna play her a piece while I do some charging. It's dropped. The battery's dropping. I have to charge this. All right, winter wind is coming. And then oh, here it is. Yikes. Okay, let's see. I want to play Evelyn. Oh, here we go. First song. Let's do that again. It's so funny. Everybody sing along. It's a Little Mermaid song. Probably. Yes. I'm not sure what he could have recycled. I discovered it recently. I fell in love. I see. Oh yes, but he recycled his own stuff. It happens very rarely, to be honest. Chopin's just a genius. He just churns out new materials. He's just a genius. But he recycles. It'd be fun for you to get that, point that out. He recycles some of his pieces. That was so good, Christine. Thank you, Lena. Everybody, let's sing along again. I'm gonna play that again. Moderately fast. Okay. So this is this by Philip Cabaret? I wonder who arranged this. Nope, it doesn't say. It doesn't say who arranged this. Does it say at the back? Dude, We're gonna give credit to whoever. Oh, there's no credit. Wow. It's an anonymous job. What? That's crazy. And this is such good. These are such good arrangements. There's nobody to think. There's nobody to think, everybody. They didn't give. They don't have the arranger person's name anywhere. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is Philip Cameron. But if it's not, then I still like it. It might not be Philip Cameron. Because Philip Cameron's arrangements, it just, yeah, I don't think it is his. But this is really good still. Anyway. The reason why I don't think it's Philip Cameron is because of this section. Well, I don't think it's Philip Cameron, but I don't. He wouldn't do that here in this section. Well, that was for Even, because one of her songs wasn't available. That's so sad. I wonder why the other subscription doesn't have anymore. It used to be linked with the bigger publishing companies. Otherwise, I would scour the other database too. I use that. I used my other subscription for something else though, but because it has a lot of like, sometimes it has like a lot of like doctoral dissertations that some people like upload it. So as it's not like you know, those databases that have all the doctoral dissertations and stuff, but you could kind of find it sometimes. I think there's one that did catch my interest. I forgot what it was though. Anyway, hello everyone. Hi, like, subscribe, share membership. You are part of my world when you come in here. And just a second. Like, subscribe, join membership. I think next time I might just do a subscriber only mode for request time. Because at this point, I'm not really worried about the views. YouTube changed their monetization. They changed their monetization rules so that it's much harder to earn money. Yeah. So at this point, I'm just here I've always just been here out of the goodness of my heart. Yeah. But yeah, I think I was never trying to get a lot of views or anything like that. Or I wasn't really trying to do anything out of the ordinary to grow this channel or anything like that. But yeah, so they changed the monetization rules so that it'd be harder for you to earn anything really. So with the peace of mind, I think, with the subscriber only, I'll have like a lot more peace of mind because I know that you are invested and that because you're invested, that you are respectful and you like being a part of our community. So I think for that reason, I think I'm going to turn with the new monetization rules in effect. I think I'm going to turn all of the request days as subscriber only. And there's actually a setting where I could change the subscriber, like you could be subscribed for 5 minutes, you could be subscribed for a day, you could be subscribed for an hour, you could be subscribed for a month, you could be subscribed for 3 months or something like that. I think you could change the settings so that I think maybe for the requests I will now maybe change it to subscriber only mode. Because peace of mind is a really great thing. Some people ask me like, well, some people, like, what's your beauty routine, or what's your tip on, I don't know, health. I'm not in the position to give health advice because I eat way too much ice cream and chocolate, way too much junk food, just way too much junk food. I'm loaded with sugar all the time. So I'm not doing anything healthy, and I have irregular sleep patterns, and I don't exercise regularly, so there's nothing to give except, and I'm always, there's always external things happening, so it's not that I'm always in Zen mode or anything like that. But there's one thing that I do that I think I do more than others, I guess, is I don't have enemies. I mean, other people might consider me their enemy for whatever reasons, because I don't do anything to instigate anything or start anything. So, I don't carry on anything. I don't do anything. There's nothing that I do. For me, I don't have this whole thing about, she's my ally, she's my enemy, or he's my ally, he's my enemy. I just have an understanding of people change their mind. You could be cool one day, you could do everything right? And then for some reason, jealousy is an ugly thing. They'll turn on you. I've experienced that so many times. Betrayals upon betrayals, jealous people, haters, things like that. Just no reason. They don't even know who I am. I've experienced that a lot. But me personally, and then there's people who are my ride or dies. I do have people who really like me, and people who really support me, and I'm very thankful. I'm just very lucky to have these people. But what I do, I eat loads of chocolate. I have irregular sleep patterns. I do not exercise. I eat, a ton of carbs. Like, sometimes I'll just get like a loaf of bread and finish it all. Or sometimes I'll go to like Costco and then get like this big, huge carton of goldfish. It's like this big packaging of goldfish. I'll just finish it in one sitting. Sometimes I'll just do crazy things like that. But in addition to the meals that I have, right? So, but yeah, I snack in between the meals, and I eat large meals. I eat like a sumo wrestler. So there's nothing that I do that's healthy. I've never been an unhealthy person, like the whole healthy thing. But there's one thing that I do that might be unique to, me, and maybe, it contributes to the way I look. Despite all my unhealthiness and a lack of care for my appearance. I really don't care about my appearance. But it's I floss, brush my teeth, and I wash my face twice a day regularly. So those are the things I do. But everybody does that, right? At least twice a day I do that, right? But another thing that I do is, people are people to me, and I don't label them as bad or good. They're just all people to me, which means I don't think about them. I don't fixate on anyone. I don't try to make, my whole life, I have never, ever tried to make, I've never, ever initiated anything bad towards anybody. Honest to God. I have never once attacked like an innocent bystander, or like, I've never attacked anyone in my whole life. Honest to God. I've never, even when I had power, I've never been the one to like overexert my power on anybody, like, ever. Like, I've never initiated negative things to anybody, like, ever in my life, honest to God. And you might think like, oh, maybe you did it unknowingly. No. Say that I was walking and then I bumped into somebody, I'll always say sorry. Things like that. But like, those people who just like kind of plot against people, kind of just sit there and like gossip about people and just hate on people for no reason, and just think about how they hate this one person, and then they just like join this bandwagon of like gossiping and stuff. I have never done that in my whole life. because I love myself. You know, other people might think like self-love has to do with like exercising, eating right, having the, right sleep schedule, which it is true, and then, dressing to the T, and getting false lashes and your nails done and your hair done all the time, and going out shopping. Like, people think self-love is a lot of different things, splurging on yourselves or pampering yourselves, or or whatever, but for me, self-love is not making my inner mind as garbage can. Like, I like to keep it clean, I like to keep it empty, because otherwise I cannot play beautiful music. So I love myself too much to, if anyone was interested in like, oh, then how are you still alive after all those, after all those bad habits, you lived all your life eating chocolate at midnight and just sleeping right after a huge meal, and it's just all the bad things, all the no-nos, I don't drink enough water, all that stuff, right? All the bad stuff. Then like, it's like, people will ask me like, how are you still alive? Well, there's one thing that I do is I care about, I love myself enough to make my mind like a flower bed. There's an inner utopia. And I don't store trash. I don't store trash in my mind. I don't store trash. Because, if you have enough power, if you don't like somebody, you could really screw them over and, feel like you won, right? If it's about winning and losing, and you feel like you want to feel like you want to feel like you won, and you want to make other person feel like they lost, and you're the winner and they lost, and if you really want to do that and be like a petty thing, there's gonna be, if you live your life like that, there's gonna be a lot of people after you, and they're gonna want to see you lose, and that really is gonna show up on your health more than eating well, sleeping well. Like, it's gonna really show up. I actually, I don't really have my my innards. My mind, I do, it comes first. My heart comes first. My purity of heart, purity of mind, it really does come first. And if anyone, asks like, oh, hey, you look good, and they think I'm like trying to look good, right? No. I do everything wrong. But I try to be happy. I'm naturally a happy person. It's just a lot of bad things have happened to me. People have decidedly come against me, or decidedly, misunderstood me, decidedly, done me wrong on just all levels. But for most of my life, despite that, if you look at my resume, it's all right. But the achievements on my resume happen despite very fierce opposition, very fierce betrayals, very fierce, just, so the achievements happen despite it all, despite everything. So I'm just very thankful. In any case, if anyone wants to know, I care more about, I love myself. I love myself to keep my heart pure and to keep my thoughts pure, and to have, no hatred in my heart. That's how I love myself. Yeah. So yeah, maybe maybe that's why there's a repeat of being taken advantage of or being betrayed or but it's all right. I believe in God. I believe that God is just, and whatever, in whichever ways I can't see probably, or maybe I could see, everyone will reap what they sow. And that's not my business. It's not my problem. And, God watches what happens behind my back or, whatever. So I don't really worry. And you know what? Everybody dies. You don't live forever. You don't know when you're going to die. So I love myself. Okay, let's go ahead and drinking enough water. I never drink enough water. Okay. I'll be back soon. Thanks for sharing, Christine. Oh, thanks, Mitch. Oh, hey. Yo, you like my beauty tip? I've been asked about my beauty tip sometimes, which is really weird. I'm like the last person anybody should be asking for beauty tips, because I really don't care. Oh, and I think you could tell I don't care, but yeah. Thanks. Well, thanks for enjoying my beauty tip. Let's see. Are you going hunting or pineapple or tacos? Well, happy hunting, Midge. Okay, hold on. Love yourself first. That's cool. Others will love you too. Well, I think the way I love myself is I just don't use myself as a trash bin when it comes to mental and emotional things. That's, so like I don't have this like immense hate towards anybody. I just think people are people. My mom's like that. Dude, my dad's like that too. I think it kind of runs in the family. My mom and my dad are both like naturally kind of just kept to themselves. They just do, they just live their life, kind of. They're very just diligent, very consistent, diligent, reliable people. And they don't make enemies. They don't go out of their way to like bother people. So, I mean, maybe for me it might just be genetics. Maybe it's not anything that I'm just doing actively or anything. Because some people, like, I know, right? Like some mothers and fathers, so something that my parents did, right? And, I'm not saying my parents are perfect and, they're better than everybody else's parents. But there's one thing that they did is they never gossiped about other people in front of us. So say that, even when we go to like our relatives' place and there's like the adults talking about, adult stuff and like, like other people at, whichever, the, mutual friends or mutual acquaintances, there's always going to be, some kind of like discussion and things like that. And my mom, ever since I was very little, like even when I was like a crawling toddler, whatever, I remember she put me aside where I wouldn't be able to hear this like talk, or like my mom and my dad, they stopped talking. So like even as a kid, I would like she'd be like, oh, go and play with your toys in the playroom. So I would go in my playroom and I would play with my things, but then I would get bored and then I would run over to mom and dad's room or like wherever they are. And even if they were talking, they'll immediately stop talking when I'm around, so that I wouldn't hear, so that I wouldn't be influenced. That's the thing. They didn't want me to inherit a very common habit I think everybody else had in other families, like other families, other kids, they all knew the gossip about all the adults and all the gossips and all of that. I'd be the one that's like completely clueless about anything that's going on because my parents made sure that I stay a kid, and that I wasn't a part of this whole like adult socializing, whatever stuff, well, I guess, it has pros and cons, right? So now I grew up as a very pure being who doesn't gossip, who doesn't think about, who doesn't don't fixate myself on like, oh, this person or that person. I don't do that unless I've been, you know, unless I've, you know, there was harm done to me, then I just kind of keep like kind of like my distance, or like, you know, I'm vigilant about that, right? So like, but it's not like I attack somebody, you know. I don't do that. I don't, you know, like, I'm wary. I'm not dumb. But yeah, so one of the things my parents did was, you know, there was no gossip that I was allowed to be a part of, because, you know, and then, you know, even in school, right? So then I just kind of became very disinterested in, you know, there's some girls who like kind of gang up on other people, you know, and like there's always going to be those like cliques and stuff, right? But I've always been very disinterested in who's close to who says what about others, and, you know, what's going on. And I've just been very disengaged and very disinterested. I think that's why I learned so much about music. And you know, and then I studied so much like in my life, you know. I think that's why I am the way I am. And I told you that performer at my level usually doesn't have this much education in terms of like music theory, history, all that stuff, background. But I do, because I, you know, like in practice rooms too, right? So I would like walk practice rooms, and then you know, I've done it before, but it wasn't like I've actually not practiced, but you know, like I would see like repeated people, groups or something like that. They would just gather around in a practice room, and then they'll just talk, and it would just be like, and then, you know, I would like walk past like a few hours later, and they'll still be talking, or, you know, and then at night they'll like go to another like restaurant, and then they'll talk, and then I'll be invited, but I'll never go because it's just hours and hours and hours of just regurgitating, just talking, just regurgitating. And I just didn't see the point of that. Anyway, that's how I love myself. I think me loving myself is using my time productively. I like to learn things. I like to figure things out. And I'm kind of naturally disinterested in gossips and people. I'm just very interested in just piano music, the truth, you know. And me being aligned, you know, keeping myself aligned to the bigger truth of music and of piano, and of the tradition, you know. That's how I love myself. So just FYI, if you wanted to know my beauty secrets or health secrets or whatever, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Cool. Christine's so slender, even eating so many yummies. I have to work out and eat keto to stay in shape. Yeah. Yeah. Compared to what I eat and how much I eat, compared to that, yeah. I guess I could be bigger, but I want to become healthier, you know. Anyway, so in any case, cool. Uh, Yeah, English, please. Yeah, English, please. Smart minds discuss ideas. Absolutely. That's what I mean. You know, and not about people, right? I mean, like, honestly, how is it gonna, like, you know what's ironic is that, you know what I find really ironic is that these people who gossip and care about other people and they're fixated on like ruining somebody's life, or or winning, like somebody, some people are just focused on like winning, like I'm gonna you know like it's like, I'm gonna punish you for like making me feel, maybe, for saying a no, or like whatever, like it's just those kind of people are users. They use people, but they use the people that they talk bad about. So they'll just sit amongst themselves and they'll just talk. They'll talk about people, and then you know what? The funny thing is, it really just keeps straying from the truth. It's not that they're reiterating the truth and trying to figure out like the correct perspective, and in the name of communication, these people, or in the name of discussion and communication, and under the guise of, oh, I care, let's care, under the guise of that, it just, oh, I can't believe she did that, or I can't believe he did that. It's like, relax. It's not that you're nice to them, it's like they're the ones that attacked, they're the ones that wronged, they're the ones that bullied, they're the ones that abused, they're the ones that overstepped their boundaries, they're the ones that, or was being unreasonable, but then they'll play victim, right? And then they'll go on this whole like vengeance mode, right? And it's like, but you still use these people, right? So there's nothing. It's just like, it's just kind of blows my mind. Like, really, you're gonna spend all your days, all your nights just doing this, but don't you have better things to do? Like, why don't you study counterpoint? Study counterpoint in music. That's gonna take all your life. Come on, just, you're a people user anyway. Let's just use them when you need to and focus on, better and bigger things. Focus on learning about counterpoint, right? Western classical music is all about counterpoint, and if you know counterpoint, then you'll know the languages of these great master composers, right? Instead of like, oh, music is feelings. No, music is not feelings. Music is not your emotions. Music does not equal your emotions. Music does not equal your feelings. Music is counterpoint. Feelings are just a reaction of it, right? And everybody has different reactions, right? So your feeling is not the right answer. You're never the one with the right answer ever if you don't know the counterpoint, right? Because it's a reaction. Everybody reacts differently, Somebody feels this way, somebody feels this way, somebody feels this way, somebody feels this way. Go to a basketball game, go to a baseball game. People feel differently depending on whether their team lost or won, but they're at the same game, right? It's a different perspective. Come on, you don't have the right answer, right? It's like everybody could be like, that's a good game. Somebody could be like, that's a bad game. My team lost. Then your team won. Oh, it's a great game. You could walk out the same stadium feeling a whole differently about that game. Like, that's how you're gauging this kind of masterpiece. A game is a game, right? It's a game. It's just a sports game, right? But these were conceived using physics and rules of physics, laws of physics. It's a highly very intellectual thing. It's a very, it's a lot of work, and you're treating it like a spectator in a sports arena, and then expecting me to validate, whatever your feelings are. Like, I'm sorry, I studied way too much. I know the truth way too well. I'm too close to the truth to validate your fallacies. And, you know, if you think that's offensive, think about it from my perspective. You don't think you're being offensive by forcing me to validate your fallacies, knowing fully well that those are lies and wrongs and misunderstandings? I mean, come on, right? Anyway, I just think there's better use for time than to focus on plotting against somebody. Oh, I'm gonna win against this person or that person, or, you know, I just think there's better. Just be productive. Learn something. Do something good with your life. I'm learning something. Oh, great. Very nice. Yes, counterpoint. Yes. Yeah, and I keep saying this, right? Dr. Christine Hye-Su Kim have always said this. There is one right answer for each music. Can you believe that? Right answer. Oh my gosh. You know why? Because there's one designer. One designer designed this piece, so that's actually the right answer. And anything else really isn't. Yeah, you know. And how did they design it? Based upon counterpoint, not feelings. They might have started with feelings, but hey, they calculated it so that you would feel the same, so that the feeling that they felt would be translated. Right? Kind of like, people start with ideas and feelings and da 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 da. But when it's actually on paper, anything on paper is organized. And there's a system where anything is organized, which then means that music does not equal emotions. Right? This is news to a lot of people, but people ask me like, most people don't know what my level is at piano. They have no idea. Even professional pianists, even professional concert pianists they generally don't have an idea of where I rank, in the hierarchies of music, whatever, piano. And they get surprised. I've taught international competition winners. I've taught, when I was a student. I gave lessons through the school. I got paid by the school as a student to teach people who are older than me, doctorate students, international competition winners, just people who have achieved a lot. I've given them lessons on, Bartok or, whichever piece that they bring in. And, most of the time it's like something that I haven't worked on, right? Because it's, their competition repertoire or whatever. Sometimes it's new music, and sometimes, I would give piano lessons to composers, right? It's new music. But I always knew exactly what the music is, and which then, it shocked the international competition winners, the doctorate students. They knew that I was a good pianist, but they didn't know me. So when they worked with me, they realized that they were nowhere at my level, despite being international competition winners, despite being, doctorate candidates, despite being all of that, right? They've been concertizing all over the world. Some of them were quite famous. They've taken lessons from me. When I was a student, I got paid by the school to give these people lessons, and they just, every single one of them, I blew their mind. And they said, "How did you know?" Because they know that I like sight read it, like on the spot, like somebody brought me some Bartok piece, That's pretty hard, and then I just said, this is the form and this is how it goes and this is da, 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 da. And she just looked at me like, "How would you know that? You just looked at that like a minute ago. How'd you figure that out?" And she said, I didn't even know that. You taught me something new about this piece, and I've been working on this for like a long time, and you just had this for like 1 minute and you just figured it out and you taught me. So but they know that I'm the top pianist at the school, and they obviously they take lessons with me, but they didn't know. So they knew, but they didn't know just how much. And guess what? They still don't know, because I didn't show them everything. I didn't teach them everything. I never do. I never show anybody everything. So they still don't know. But even that was like very, very, very surprising for very high level playing, right? Very like concert pianists. So when I say like, oh, concert pianists don't know, or international competitions people don't know, people who concert site don't even know. When I say that, I'm not assuming. I literally have met anyone, I have literally taught these people, thousands and thousands and thousands of them. I've been in charge of things like this, So literally, the average level of pianism and piano studies go only up to a certain point, and then everybody just kind of competes against each other, and they think it's just a competition after that. It's like there's nothing more after this in music. There's nothing more after this in piano. It's all the same. We're just competing for the same position. And me, I look at that and I go, actually, you're all wrong. But I don't say anything, right? But I just kind of look at them, right? But I just kind of go, you could do, if you could consider, right, this about this piece, and if you did that, you would move your body differently, or you would interpret this differently. There is a higher level that hardly anyone is aware of, right? And so I just know it as a fact. It was my life. In my life, I've seen, and I've heard, and there's a higher level that hardly anyone else knows about. That's what makes me rare, right? Logical. So if you don't want me being rare, then catch up. Simple as that. But people don't like it that I'm rare, and they're unaware that I'm at a different level. They think like, oh, she's just putting on airs. No, I actually know and do stuff that you're not even aware of. People play like this. They push down into the piano. They lift up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Even this is too legato, but it's the sound is real. It's heavy and it's projecting and all that stuff. And for most, that's all they know. They don't know the art of sound production. They know how to manipulate people, but they don't know how to manipulate the piano to sound, to give sounds, right? They can manipulate a gazillion of people, but they can't manipulate gazillion sounds on the piano. I'd rather, right? Because I'm the other way around. I don't manipulate people, but I manipulate the sounds on the piano, and I think that's a lot less harmful than trying to, right? So it's like, for me, the logical thing, like if I haven't, they don't exist. But if I ever do run into somebody who's higher level than me, which would be very exciting, actually, it'd be very refreshing, It's been a while since I've seen anyone, even remotely close to my level. So, I would be very excited. But say that I did, right? Then I would think like, oh, she's doing this, she's doing that. Okay, let me work on that. Let me see if I could do better, but on the piano, right? But like most people will just be like, they will go to that person and start playing games, or they'll start, if they had power over them, they'll start screwing, up with their life, and it would be like trying to win outside of piano. It still doesn't make you a winner, really. It just makes you a horrible person for reacting that way. But and people like that, their music will never be beautiful, truly. Because have you ever been to a concert where somebody's playing something calm? It's supposed to be playing like Chopin Nocturne or something really calm, right? But then, have you ever seen, like, or even like a presentation, have you ever seen somebody who's supposed to be calm, but is like really nervous, and you could tell they're just really nervous, but they're supposed to be really calm, right? Just like that, ugliness, when it builds up inside, it affects your music, and your music will never touch anybody unless you really just get rid of that ugliness inside. It'll never be as pure as you want it to be. You can't manipulate people when you're on stage. The truth is a lot more powerful than any manipulation. And just do the simple thing. Just align yourself to the truth. That's what I've been doing, right? And I've gotten so much hate just cause and admiration, right? So there's people who like admire me, right? More faculty and more doctorate students have come to my recitals than any others, because these people wanted to learn, by watching me perform, and they did. But and I've taught, international competition winners, doctorate students, and very high level. And I've taught them new things that they never even considered. But it's just take it to the piano. If you have beef with somebody for being better than you, then just better yourself. I don't know. Right? Hello. Hi. Hi. Well, hi. I'm kind of waiting for the person who requested the winter wind, but he's not showing up. I think it's Mark Bridges. Mark Bridges, are you in the house? Did you? Aren't you the one that requested this in the comment section? Mark Bridges, paging Mark Bridges. 1 2 3 1 2 3. Mic test. Can you hear me? Mark Bridges. Claim your winter wind. Claim your winter wind. Well, and that's another thing. I mean, this is irrelevant, right? But just saying. By definition, rare. Anyone who's rare, right, doesn't do things that everyone else does, right? And anyone who's rare, right, that's the definition of rare, that you're different, right? But if you behave in the same way as everybody else does, why would you consider yourself rare? That just blows my mind. Like, what do you do differently then? You do everything that normal people do. You gossip, you abuse your power, or you want to win at all costs, or like you do things that everyone else does, and you chase after things that everyone else does. What makes you rare? Right? If you do things like that, what makes you rare? And what gives you the right to point fingers at somebody who is actually rare, who doesn't do things that everyone else does? I mean, I don't think of music as emotions. I don't think of music as my feelings. I don't think of music as my tool. That's what normal people do. I don't. That's what makes me rare. So, but, if you do that and you're unaware that you do that, or, whatever the case is. But if you do that, then why consider yourself special or rare if you do a lot of the things that everyone else does, and you care about a lot of the things everyone else cares about? What qualifies you as special then? What qualifies you as rare? Let me know. Because the definition of rare is that you're different from other people, and you do things differently. You think things differently. That's what makes you rare. Your difference is what makes you rare. I don't know. Hi, Eleazar. Yeah, you came from a nice family dinner? Tiko tiko no fuba. Okay. Alright, well, I'll try that. Sure. If I could find it. If I can't find it, can you have a backup plan? Yeah, so apparently Mark Bridges requested this on the comments, and he is nowhere around. So, yeah, I don't know. I think he should come and claim his request. But okay. Oh, sure. Okay, let's see. Hopefully I'll be able to find it. If I can't find it, then can you have a backup plan? please. Thank you, thank you. Share, tico, tico. What is that? Oi, no, dude. I had it here. Oh. Okay. Ooh. What is this? Chorosa Becca. Official. Carmen. Advanced. The Hamlet? The Hamlet I know? Let's see. Is it the Mark Andre Hamlin? No way, really? Viva Situ. Oh, I can't play this Viva. I don't even know this piece. I've never heard it played before. Okay, I'll take it a little bit. Swing, con swing, ma sempre molto grazioso, vivacissimo con swing. Okay. Actually a very advanced one. Hold on, just a second. I'll just do a very basic one. How about that? Oi. Bright samba. Samba. Do I still swing? Does samba swing? Anybody know? Segno sign. I don't find it anywhere. They don't have it. Okay, then I just go back to notes. Sounds like a fun piece. Great. So there you go. I played your request there. I didn't expect you to be live, so it's a pleasant surprise. Yeah, you might not be, or you might be pleasantly surprised. You might not be pleasantly surprised tomorrow. I'm doing the tomorrow's request today. Yeah, so there will be no live streaming tomorrow. Is the Prokofiev's DSD quest still going? Absolutely yes. Awesome. Oh yeah, did you like it? Great. I love it when, someone requests and then claims it. Very nice. Very good. Yes. So I remember you said something about politics. No. Yes, but no. Yeah. So it's not your answer. Yes and no. It's half. I guess you could get half credit, but yeah. Let's see. Okay, let me see. All right. So, scaffold. March to the scaffold. Movement 4, second movement. Where is the movement? March to the scaffold. The scene. Okay, hold on. Let me just get it off top of my head. Which oh, here you go. Fifth. That's right. Okay. Let's see, the fifth and the final movement. It's the fifth movement. Here we go. Okay. So I'm gonna download this one. Arrange my Franz list. Did you just love Franz list? Please, everybody, give it up for Franz. Franz list. I was like, what kind of? Oh, I wonder what kind of quality this would be. And then I see Franz list. It's gonna be the best. Oh, this is so great. All right, movement 5, Symphony Fantastica. Yesterday, we were talking about Prokofiev 8th Sonata, and nobody picked up on the Dies Irae that Prokofiev, a version of the Dies Irae, his version of the Dies Irae, that he inserted in the middle of his first movement of the Eighth Sonata. And there's many different people have quoted the Dies Irae, the Gregorian chant, but the thing that Prokofiev used was from the Symphonie Fantastique. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's from Berlioz's Witch's Sabbath, or the Witch's Cauldron, or the Witch's the dance, whatever, you know. That's the version that he used, and you'd be able to kind of tell. And then I asked, the question was, I gave away all the answer. I asked a question, and then I pretty much gave away all the answer, and then so you know, it's like a very big freebie. Then I asked why. So I'm just gonna try to read a list at this point. Let's see how well I can do this. But I don't know. Let's see. Actually, I want to find. I want to find the Symphonie Fantastique France list. Oh shit! Oh my god, list is so awesome. I love list. I know a lot of people love list, but I absolutely love list. Budapest. Oh, it's I know who this is. Dang, he has a huge library. I know who scanned it. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Professor. Oh, did I just give it away? 74 pages. Thank you so much, Professor. One of the major contributors of INSLP is a professor that I know. Which, I mean, could seem ironic, you know. But okay, let me use the version that he scanned or he provided. Yeah, it shall be a secret, and I will not name him. I will not give out his name. But it is somebody I know. I don't know the reason why he said he did that, but it's not any of the professors I've studied with personally. He wasn't my private professor, but he's one of the major contributors of IMSLP. You could see his name like a lot. Oh wait, hold on. That's not it. Oh, it's from here. Dies Irae. There you go. Burlesque. Haha. You see, that's right. And then this is the theme that everybody knows. he actually does. There's a this is so funny. That's so funny. This piece is so funny. And then it actually he starts doing something here. Sorry. Yeah, here we go. Sabath. Then he actually starts combining. There's a section. Oh, that's what it was. Might be a little bit. That he doesn't. But it happens before that. Oh, here it is. Here it is. That's it. It's this. Zire. But if you notice that, so the thing about modern music, the contemporary music, and how to decipher this or that. So if you anybody know about KH tables? I can't even find it online. Anybody know about KH tables? Oh, it's not it. Okay, but it's this section. It's this section? It's a it's starting from measure 40. It's right before the entrance of the Dies Irae. And if anybody knows the story of the Symphonie Fantastique, or the Fantastic Symphony, sorry. But if you know this piece, if you know the story of this piece, you know that it's very highly motivic, right? And it's theatrical, right? Kind of like, have you seen the painting? Somebody painted the scene, the witch's cauldron, or they kind of like where the witches kind of like dance around or whatever. Like I don't really remember it quite vividly. But all I remember is that there's some, this is all, doomsday for Berlioz. Well, if you don't know the story, it's been a while, so oh, hey, hold on a second. It's been a while, so how about I rely on, oh. No. Okay, so let me see. According to RS Symphony sweet symphonic. Huh? Dude. They would have this. They would have this for sure. My gosh, I would be so appalled. Hang on a second. Comic opera. The lead opera. No. Oh, seriously? Okay, hold on. How about this? I look for Dies Irae. Okay. Meh? No way. Dude. That can't be happening. Hold on. Then let's look for Berlioz. Dude. Burger. Berlin. Yes. 447 548 51. Really? Hector Berlioz. Yeah. Oh yes, that's what it is. That's right. I did it. Yeah. Irae. It's that is. That's right. Okay. Okay, so yes, I'm right. Oh, so he was fixated with this woman. I heard he was disappointed, but he was just like obsessed with this woman that he didn't know. I mean, one might say it's it's not an atypical thing, right? For I don't know, but in any case, he wrote this whole entire symphony because he was fixated on this ideal that he had. But every time you have an ideal about somebody and you're not really seeing the real them, you're in love with the version inside your head. You know, when it becomes that kind of a fixation, right? Because it's the idealization, the idealized, version that never materialized. So it's in the head, and it's just an obsession, right? So then he writes this whole thing on this, right? So the story is, he goes through this and that, the day comes because of these witches, blah 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 blah. You could look into that. But there's a love theme, right? Because he's just wasting his life pining for this woman. I heard he was disappointed. That's what I heard. Because, it's not surprising, right? Because you spent all that time inside your head, and she was not even real. You think she's real, but she's not real, right? So then, so in his head, so his imagination tend to run parallel literary musical channels, and this is an episode in the life of the artist, and provided with autobiographical programs, a musical drama without words. As Berlioz wrote, the program should be regarded in the same way as spoken words of an opera, serving to introduce musical numbers by describing the situations that evoke particular mood and expressive characters of each. Anyway, so he has and then this and anyway, so that's actually the entire theme. It's a very, because it's pretty much word painting without the words. Remember I told you that if you study music enough, the actual pitches without the words actually act like a language, right? So in this case, it's a very obvious case of that, where the pitches themselves represent the feeling or message or communication. It communicates. I'll tell you why. So it becomes a seventh. That is actually symbolic of an unrequited love, unrequited thing. This whole reaching, putting this person, this imagined version, right? Not realistic version, but the imagined, idealized, non-existent version of this person on a pedestal, right? So then, right? And then you have this, but it's a very long, it's not resolved. And he pines more. You see here, the anguish, but it's higher. So he's trying to reach. And he really reaches that. So B started from a G, if a typical melodic idea is within like a range of an octave, say, then this one goes all the way outside. It goes way outside. And then he does the reverse of the seventh. And then sixth. So, it kind of, so the intervals, right? So I always say, the intervals have a story to tell. The intervals, it's good to know your intervals, right? Because the intervals will be, the relationship between these intervals will be, would be telling the story. And this actually, most, when this theme, enters and stuff like that in the piece, you'll hear it like kind of like, all of my imagined versions inside my head that I put on pedestal, like this, like he's in love with the idea of love, right? He's enjoying torturing himself in this way. And then this section, measure 40 in the list transcription, the same theme comes in, except it's short, curt, and with and it's comical. It's satire, or one might say grotesque, or whichever. It's twisted. It's and it's very fast. And it's not the loving, but it's the it's kind of like the cackling of the somebody laughing at your stupidity. It's like, you're living inside your head. You think she's all that, that kind of, it's a laughing thing, like, you're condemned, you've self-sabotaged, you've gone through all this trouble just self-sabotaging, and now here's your punishment. So that's actually what's happening right before the dies irae comes in. Mind you, these are all seconds. And it's gonna sound very distorted. And in the real version, the orchestral version, it's the clarinet, piccolo. I don't know. It's the woodwinds that take over this. And yeah, I've heard some like really sweet sounding, woodwinds here. But no matter how veteran and how professional they sound in the symphony, you clearly know you're being laughed at. Berlioz is being laughed at, right? So then, it's just a frenzy of, and then this enters. But notice that it's these are all these are seconds. These are seconds. Whether it be whole, whether it be major seconds or minor seconds, the dies irae is composed of seconds. Remember that, and then remember the the laughing version of the silly, the condemning version of that of the love theme. those are all minor seconds, right? Minor seconds, major seconds, right? And then you get a mixture of that in this section. It's in the middle of the piece. You get a very beautiful opening. It's a haunting opening. It's a very beautiful opening. But the way he enters into this section, he has these long, and then in the Berlioz version, he has these long bass, and then he has and then I think there's where so yeah, and then he does the speeding of so he does while he does the big deep bass here with the okay, and then you get that kind of sound for the section that's leading up to the Dies Irae. Now compare that to here. He actually he makes successions of that. It's a skip. If you notice here, he has it's the same rhythm, and then you get this, and then here. Now, if you do a reorganization of the pitches, instead of going down, it's a reverse. He is there. This is just a he simply just he does the opposite. Instead of going down the Dies Irae, instead of going down, he goes up. So that's his version of the Dies Irae. But the resemblance is striking, and the reference to the Berlioz is striking. At least to me, it's very obvious. Once you know it, you can't unsee it. Intellectual property of Dr. Christine Hye-Su Kim. This is my research finding. Don't cheat yourself by stealing. earn your own research. Because if you earn your research, you'll get better. But if you keep stealing, you'll get found out. So don't steal ideas. Give credit give credit. Okay, quote, credit, ask, blah blah blah. Anyway, yeah. So so when the whole like back in the days where the Squid Game, DSD was all over TikTok and stuff like that, I stayed out of it. I stayed out of it. I was like, it's so obvious. It's so elementary. It's cool, yeah, but it's been done. It's not a new thing, It's not anything brilliant, right? It's not used that, I don't know, I've never watched it, but that use isn't a brilliant use. It's just almost, I feel like it's copy paste. It's just, I take this, I put it here, But the way Prokofiev did, the way Prokofiev did DSD, Prokofiev, genius. Not brilliant. Absolutely. He knows a thing or two about music, right? And so, Anyway, so then, even in the DSD part, right? If you look at the list transcription, it's more convenient to do so instead of looking at the orchestral part. But Liszt did a really good job of, transcribing this. He has these figures, and guess what? In the left hand, of the Hector Berlioz is you have, and then you get and then he goes, and then you get these kind of linear almost you get this kind of it shows everybody. It's brilliant. It's great. It's Prokofiev. I mean, can you and then in the Liszt transcription of the Berlioz, you get this, and then you get that here in the left hand. After having matched, right? We matched kind of fingerprints, We matched it. We did the whole matching thing. Intellectual property of Dr. Christine Hye-Su Kim. This is my research finding. Nobody else did. Nobody else did. I did. So give me credit. Thank you. It's just, the obvious, right? Then the question is then why? Right? Out of all the DSD that he could have taken from, or just maybe the original version. Maybe we could just copy pasted the DSD here, and we would have gotten the same idea. But he didn't. He used the Hector Berlioz version of the DSD, and not just that, but he actually borrowed from the other section that came before the DSD and during the DSD. He used this specific. As a reference. And my question still is why? But I think I've given enough let's see. Oh, cool. Hey, are you practicing chords again? Good job. You went from 60 pad, switch your full keyboard for a... What? You downgraded? Why? Hold on. I switched my full keyboard for a 64 pad 8x8, so I have to relearn chords, but sorry, why'd you do that? Okay. Cool. Alright. Well, hi, welcome in. I don't know why you switched your full keyboard for a smaller one, but in any case, thank you. Yeah. Well, it's easier? Oh, okay. Alright, well, alright. Okay. Well, so we've done the whole thing, right? So everyone's clear on Prokofiev taking inspiration from Berlioz, yeah. The question is why? Why specifically Berlioz? Because he just liked it? He just liked it? Oh, I see. Cool. Alright, well, hi, like, subscribe, join membership. Thank you. Speaking of which, let me see. Okay. Ooh, I think, any just regular notebook? Oh. Let's see, let me write down. What was yesterday's date? 11th? Today's 11. 26. I knew it before, but let's just say it's 2026. The live stream. So Proc 8 first movement. Dies Irae section from Berlioz Symphony Fantastique. Fifth movement. Measure 40. And then Dies Irae. Prokofiev copies the figurations, rhythm. Okay, but then Y here. I'll just write down Y. I'll write down Y. Okay. If I remember correctly, right? Yeah. Okay. So the correct answer is in my hand. I wrote it down. I've always known it. I don't need reminders. But yeah. Just I won't tell you the why. But I told you that it happens, which is still you're welcome. Like, subscribe, join membership. Thank you. Am I okay? Hi. Hi, boba. Hey, you give me boba? Nice. Thank you. Music for Eclipse? Oh. weren't listening. I feel like this was. I feel like, hold on. Let's see. Music for the eclipse. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like, oh, we could just play this. Oh, Daniel Waltz. Yeah, this is why my professors liked me and they considered me as their top. Not only did I know how to play, I actually figured out the meaning behind it on my own. So that's why I was regarded as the top student of the world's best. Some of them have even told me that I have no limits, and well, actually, not some of them. In different words, all of them told me that they don't sense any limitations from me, that I could do everything. Doctor said you could do everything. Literally, that's what he said. And he's not the type of person to pay any empty word compliments. He's just a really man of his word and would never flatter anybody, just for the sake of flattering anybody. And he just said, Christine, you could digest everything. You could play all genres well, which is the highest, it's the highest compliment you could get from anyone who's the world's best, right? Yeah, so, like I said, I don't consider myself anything special just because I could do what I could do. What's the big deal? I see music, but it took me a while to realize the whole jealousy thing, the hatred thing. It took me a while to realize why. I was like, why? Like, I want to be friends with you. Like, why are you so mean? Or like, like, I'm nice to these people, right? I'm nice to them. I'm like, oh, it's so nice. I pay these people compliments and then, they backstab and stuff. So, but, I realize it's because they can't do what I could do. It took me a while to realize that. So, yeah. This is how I work. It's just a little snippet. It's just a little sample of how I work. I am different. My professors, world best, said so. It's just how I'm built. It's just how I am. Anyway, I'm gonna play. Somebody requested the Danube Waltz. Is it the Danube Waltz? I'll try to do that. Johann. Let's look for Johann. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Nice. There was total eclipse in Iceland today, but it was cloudy. I know, I heard that you haven't had total eclipse in Iceland for a very long time. Sorry it was cloudy. Right? Because it's like kind of north, right? So people have different angles to the sun moon combo. Okay, hold on just a second. Danube Waltz. Danube Waltz. Ja. Waltz of the Danube Waltz. Oh, yes. So there's actually a two piano version of this. Tom Strauss. I usually trust. Oh, easy piano. Cool. Okay, let's go with the pro. Let's go with somebody who says pro. Oh, it's this one. It's he's single-fied the duet version, or the duo version, whichever, the two piano version or two-hand version. Let's try another version. What's this one? Oh no. John Thomas. Paraphrase on the beautiful paraphrase. Johann Strauss Jr. Okay, I'll try this one. Okay, This is actually well done. It's very nice. It's like borrowed from the duet version, kind of, but it's very nicely done. I don't know this person, but good job. Good job arranging this. It's tastefully done. It's similar to what I would do if I'm arranging for intermediate. You kept in mind that these intermediate people have high enough standard for the year. They like a little bit more dissonance than the beginners typically, but you made it technically a lot more doable for the intermediate. So it was a very tasteful combination of enough flesh, enough fleshing out, but it sounds fancy, but doable. It's a really hard, tight. It's every note is a decision. Every measure is a decision, and then it has to be coherent, all throughout the sections and stuff like that. So, good job. Who's this again? Arranged by John Thompson. Okay, good job, John Thompson. Is the John Thompson the Thompson that we know from educational piano? The Thompson series. Is he the John Thompson from Thompson series? Then I wouldn't be surprised. It's well done. Cause like, you know, you have a target audience, right? Of or target group of students, level of students. He does exactly, you know, he does exactly. He got the homework. He did the homework. Yeah, good job. Hold on. I want to save this one. Good job. My library. Oh, here we go. Saved. Paraphrase. Yeah, John Thompson. Yeah. Oh wait, I could save Philip Cabaret. Dude. Where was I? Was I born today? Guys. I could have saved Philip Cabaret. Anyway, thank you. Cool. Alright. How wonderful to hear that the Blue Danube Waltz. Mark Bridges, I played the Winter Wind for you. Only Christine knows the answer. I think anybody at my level would be able to guess it. I think because I spoon fed everything, right? So after you get this much information, then it's like, I get it. Like, if you're at my level, then you'd be like, yeah, that's why. Yeah. There's lag. Oh no. Oh, never boring. Thank you. Well, I'm sorry about the lag. But yeah, I didn't say the answer. I wrote it down on this piece of paper. And I'm gonna put it inside the Prokofiev. Yeah, and yeah, the more you look at it, the answer is like kind of staring at you in the face. That's my hint. So, yeah, the reason why Prokofiev borrowed from or got his inspiration from Berlioz. Yeah. Cool. I'm at level 1, but soon I will hop onto the elevator. Yes, you will. Keep working hard. Mr. Vision DPB. Yes, hard work never betrays. Yes, absolutely. Keep working hard. And instead of like knowing a lot of pieces, I recommend you concentrate on knowing a piece deeply. Because once you could unlock the secrets of a piece, then you could use a similar method to unlock, different pieces. But if you concentrate on, I've heard of this piece, and then you just kind of wander, around between the pieces without fully understanding it, then you still, even though you know a lot of pieces, you still lack the ability to unlock it. Because remember what I said, there's one right answer to every single piece that has been composed by a person. There's one right way to do it. And that's, nobody thinks music is anything serious. But, music, it's all feely, and everybody, the piano, that's so low, music, that's so low, even pianists, even concert pianists, even, even musicians, they look down on music. I mean, why else? Why else would they stop focusing on music and start competing against each other and trying to win each other? When, like, if they knew there's a lot more to do with the music and the piano, they wouldn't waste time gossiping about other people trying to bring each other down, or using shady measures to screw someone over or whatever. you wouldn't be distracted, right? So one of the key marks of a genius is that because the genius could see the full forest and knows the amount of work that needs to be done, they're not focused on people, right? And so people think like, oh, the whole stereotypical, like, oh, the absent-minded scientist, and this absent-minded scientist, da, 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 da. There's just so much work to be done. There's so much to discover. A lot more than anyone thinks there is. So the higher level you are, the less distracted you are, and the more focused you are. So, in any case, when you're learning pieces, try to focus on one piece, kind of unlocking that. If you're a beginner, then it's good to just kind of go through all the pieces. Yes. But when you enter like maybe intermediate, a little bit more intermediate, advanced intermediate, things like that, then try to kind of, yes, do play a lot of pieces, but at least, try to do this with one of the piece. Try to like pick your favorite piece, whether you're a beginner or intermediate or advanced or whatever, pick your favorite piece and really try to get to the bottom of it. And you'll realize that the more you dig, the more you'll get. Especially with the grades, right? People think they know Chopin, but they don't. And it might sound, for somebody who, channel surfs and comes across my channel just now, would probably think, who the heck does she think she is? But rest assured, I know who I am. The historic legends knew who I am. The world's best, absolutely, they knew who I am. I've been scouted. My whole life, I've been scouted. So they knew who I am. I've been scouted. I only auditioned one time for my first piano teachers. And that's it. Ever since then, I didn't audition for Mr. Perry. I didn't audition for, anyone else. It was just, my information was there before them, and there was no audition. I was just accepted. I was scouted, by the world's best. Some of them I didn't follow. I said I'd rather study with this professor instead of you. I let down the world's best historic legends. These people judge international competitions. They're international names. These are just legends, historic legends. I've turned them down when they scouted me. I won't say their names, but so there's more to Chopin, there's more to Prokofiev, there's more to Mozart, there's more to Beethoven, there's more. There's more. If you have time to, focus on other people, just study. And for people who always say, you don't need talent to play this. You don't need to be a genius to do this. It's because you've never met a genius. We see things other people can't see. Yes, there's a difference between a genius and a non-genius. It's just a fact. Oh. Okay. I wanna play. Oh, what should I play? Oh, I should play chicken. Chicken. Everybody did. Everybody have chicken? Okay, let's see. Okay, let's do this. Thank you. Beautiful Christine, thank you so much. Thank you. Hello everyone, hi, like, subscribe, join membership, thank you so much. Let's do that again. Oh, there's probably lags. How much time did it lag? Did it lag a lot? Guys, don't forget to like the stream. Hey, welcome back. Thanks. Sinking in the rain? Yeah. I guess I could play it. Yeah. Okay. But I think I would like to end the stream. Hold on. Let's see. Let me plan this carefully. Like, subscribe. Ooh, nice. Thank you. Like, subscribe, join membership. Thank you. Christine, nice. Happy time. Who's this? Lena? Lena, so cute. Christine live streams. Yeah, happy time. Yeah, Lena. Happy you're happy and we're all happy. Thank you. Yeah, happy time. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna look at what is this? Oh. I think we're doing quite well. Yeah. Cool. I think I'm okay with let's see. How much more should I? Hold on. Did I start earlier? Okay. I feel like I started a little bit earlier today. So 3:55, 54. Let me see. Signing off for the night until next time. Not the next eclipse, that's too far too away. Thank you, John B. Thank you. Thank you so much. How are your eyes moving again while sight reading? Not sure. Did you have spider? Donna, I remember your spider situation. Are you sleeping well now? Donna had spider and was too scared to sleep. Yeah. So she asked us for what should she do last time, right? Last time. And then she came back. And then she came back again. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm going to sign off. I think I'm gonna sign off now because I have to go. I have to go to and actually it's an obligation. It's actually more of an obligation to bring my so I'm gonna fulfill my obligation that I have, and thanks for the stream this afternoon. Thanks, Midge. Oh, thank you. You're a fantastic host. I had a great time. We'll see you next time. Yeah, I'll see you on Friday, everybody. Yeah, see you Friday. I'll be back on Friday. And on Friday we have members only live request time. So I think we're gonna have request time. It's still summer. Yeah, and then pretty soon we're probably gonna do a little bit of like battle between we're gonna resume Fantle and kind of do fun stuff like information evaluation on various different, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, but there are some new contents coming, and we're gonna do battle of the songs I think we're gonna do battle of the songs. All right, thank you so much. And probably we're gonna try to do some requests too. Requests are not bye. Okay, well, members only Friday, and then I'll see you everybody else Friday as well. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, and I look forward to seeing you on Friday. Bye. Thank you. Bye.